So what's the ideal diet during pregnancy?
Aditi, during pregnancy, it is true that you're eating for two, but that doesn't mean that your calorie requirement has to be doubled. Actually, in first trimester, you don't need to add any extra calories to your diet as long as you're having a balanced meal. In second trimester, you need about 300 to 330 calories extra, and in third trimester, 450 calories extra. Majorly, you need to increase your protein, which has to be about 75 to 80 grams of protein. Now, in food groups, I want to make sure that you have at least 7 to 8 servings of grains, 3 servings of milk and milk products, 3 servings of fruits, and at least 3 servings of vegetable. For your plant-based proteins from legumes and dals, try to have at least 4 to 5 servings.
How much weight should one typically gain during pregnancy?
Ideal weight gain during pregnancy really depends on at what weight did you start. If you are normal weight, then you should aim for 8 to 12 kgs of weight gain. But if you're underweight, then it should be at least 12 to 16 kgs. If you're overweight, then don't aim for weight loss during pregnancy and you must gain at least 6 kgs overall.
How is one supposed to deal with the loss of appetite and nausea that comes with pregnancy?
To combat loss of appetite and nausea, instead of focusing on 3 main meals, have 6 to 7 small frequent meals. Also avoid any kind of fluids with the main meals, and to relieve nausea, ginger and ajwain can be very helpful.
Why do food cravings happen and what should one do about them?
Food cravings mostly happen if you're not having balance in your meals. It's really important to rely on good sources of carbohydrates, fat and proteins. And pregnancy is definitely not the right time to go for low fat or low carb diet. Also, it's very important to make sure that you're eating frequently and don't have more than 3 hours of gap between 2 meals.
Can I eat out? And what kind of foods are safe to have without any worry?
Well, as you know, eating out is definitely not the best option because of food safety and food quality concerns. But it is way of life these days, and to eat out, the best cuisine to rely on would be South Indian. Avoid Chinese cuisine because the gravies are mostly high in salt and sugar. Definitely tell them no MSG. MSG can hide under different names such as autolyzed proteins, hydrolyzed cheese, so just stay away from all of them.
Sex during pregnancy is something which most of the people don't talk about. But as an expert, I feel that it's important to know some information about it. So we divide the pregnancy into 3 trimesters. So we divide it into first 3 months, then the middle 3 months and the last 3 months. Now the sex during pregnancy is first 3 months and in the middle trimester is not an issue. The usual advice is that it should be avoided in the last month of the pregnancy, and it's basically because it can lead to some discomfort or pain to the women. But there are few situations where you may be asked to avoid it during pregnancy by a doctor, and I would list them now. So if you have any spotting or any bleeding during pregnancy, any pain in the lower tummy, any infection in the lower part, or if on the ultrasound your afterbirth is being found to be low lying or when it is covering the internal os, because at that time there is a risk that you may have pain or bleeding. Then there are few myths that if the sex during pregnancy is done towards the end of the pregnancy, then it may initiate the labor pain. I would say that this is a myth. It does not start the labor pain, but at the same time it can lead to the discomfort or some non-specific pain to the women. So I would say that as such there is no problem in having sex during pregnancy, but if you have any concern like any pain or any bleeding, then you should go and speak to your registered doctor.
If you have any questions, please write in the comments below and we'll get the experts to revert back.